SLiC Talk, halftime 2019 NBA Finals. Coming right back at you, I'm Jelani McCoy with Ray Yuzel, and look who showed up just in time. Man who needs no introduction, Matt Barnes, Golden State Warrior, world champion, UCLA Bruin, philanthropist, entrepreneur, G1 coach, AAU championship guy, father of twins, got a brand new baby boy. Let's talk your Golden State Warriors. Down 1-0 in the series. Your reactions to the first half of this game, too.
It's a battle. It's going to be a battle for the Warriors. They're shorthanded, but I think experience will prove true. Whether they win tonight or not, Toronto, the series doesn't start until, someone wins on the road. So whether Toronto gets the first two and Golden State goes home, I still have Golden State, but it's not going to be easy.
You got Golden State in how many number of games, Matthew Kelly Ball?
I think 6 or 7.
6 or 7.
I think 6 or 7. If they can steal it tonight, if they can get a game tonight, I think it'll be 6.
Interesting. Who you got winning the MVP of this series?
Of this season?
This series.
Series?
Finals, the NBA Finals MVP.
I think it's really yet to be determined. I'd like to see Steph win one. Kawhi is not really worried about that, but the way he plays, he puts himself in contention. Clay, Draymond has been playing great throughout the playoffs, so I think probably one of those four will snag it.
Playing in a championship, you won a championship with the Golden State Warriors. Speaking of postseason, the Golden State Warriors are coming up on 5 straight finals during the quest for a three-peat. Can you speak to the mental fatigue that we might be witnessing in the Golden State Warriors in these first two games?
It's definitely a marathon, man. Understanding that every single season when you start in training camp that you're going to be playing until June. Not too many teams have ever been able to do something like that. Hats off to LeBron for going to 8 straight finals as an individual. But it's tough, man. It's a long season. The season gets boring at times. You've been on a championship team. You just want to get to the playoffs.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the Warriors are very shorthanded. Not having KD, not having a full-strength Boogie, Iggy, iffy.
Iggy just turned his ankle. That looked gruesome.
But that's no excuse at the same time because, Cleveland was shorthanded when the Warriors got them a few times. And,
absolutely.
When we won the championship in 2017, Kawhi went down with a terrible ankle injury in the Western Conference Finals and wasn't able to finish. So injuries are a part of the game. But I like Toronto. They're a young, energetic team.
Absolutely.
Kawhi's playing great. Drake is in people's heads. It's fun to watch.
That's funny. It's funny that you mentioned that because as we talking about Drake, you are notorious for being involved with the game. The people in the front row.
The game within the game.
The game within the game. How would you have responded to Champagne Papi at the half court acting a donkey? Would you ignore him? Would you give him any?
No, knowing me, I probably would have said something. But to me, it's all a part of the game. It's the fun in the game. I love it.
Yeah.
And I don't think personally that the Warrior players have a problem with it either. I think it's more the media making a big deal of it and making it a topic of conversation every night. But as a competitor, you love crazy fans that are against you.
Absolutely.
And I love talking shit to those kind of fans. So I'm sure it's the same thing for the Warriors.
Interesting.
Well said. Well said.
Interesting.
Now go ahead, Ray.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Just you've done the whole year. You've done the marathon up north, right? What do you think right now the Warriors are thinking? They're down 1 game, down 5 at half. What do you think the championship mindset is right now? What do you think Kerr is telling them right now?
To stay the course. I think game 1, the 9 days off helped them because they've been playing a lot of minutes, but also made them a little sluggish. They were terrible in transition, had a lot of turnovers. Game 2, they definitely tightened that up, but they just want to stay the course. This is a team that's been there and done that, have come back from deficits before, whether it be a point differential or a series differential. So this is what championships teams are built of and made of, and I guarantee there's no panic in that locker room.
So you have every confidence in Steve Kerr, that coaching staff, that locker room, not to make game-by-game adjustments, whether Boogie coming in and out of the lineup. We don't know what's going to happen. We haven't even talked about if KD's going to come back or not and what's going to happen if he does. But you have every confidence. You've been in that locker room. You have every confidence in that locker room and those players to make adjustments with Boogie in and out the lineup and possibly trying to re-inject KD back into the fold.
I mean, that's a tough situation. Everything at this point is about chemistry and rhythm. Boogie missing the whole playoffs is tough, but I think they just need to give him a shot because they need that third scorer. They haven't been able to find that third scorer in this series, although it's only been one game. You know, Boogie has 7 points in the first half. You know, Draymond needs to score a little more, but it's all about rhythm. You know, I hope that Boogie can continue to stay healthy and give them 14 to 16 points. And then if KD comes back, you already know what he's going to give you. So they really just have to weather the storm. And who's to say that KD is coming back? I think their mindset as a team is they're going to have to do it for him instead of with him.
Makes sense.
The Golden State Warriors win this championship.
Yeah, that was
if they win this championship.
What does it mean?
Yeah, what does it mean in the Mount Rushmore of the NBA team? Are they the Chicago Bulls? Are they the Los Angeles Lakers who three-peat?
I just think they're one of the great dynasties. I don't really like trying to compare 80s to 90s to 2Ks to 2000, almost 20 now. You know, it's always just a different era of basketball. They're the greatest team that we've seen in this era, this last 10 to 15 years. You know, the Lakers had their run, Celtics had their run, Bulls had their run. I don't really like to compare eras, but you know, if they're able to win this will be a three-peat 4 and 5 years. That definitely ranks them as a dynasty.
Absolutely.
Well said, well said. Matt Barnes, what's next for Matt Barnes?
Talk to us.
Yeah, what's next for Matt
after
Barnes?
we get done here, I'm going to go smoke this joint.
Yes.
And then, man, just continue. I'm coaching my kids. We won a championship this weekend. That's where I let out my passion for the game still is coaching my kids, and then just business. Launching my brand called Swish, cannabis brand, health and wellness, CBD line.
Nice. We don't need that. We don't need that.
Absolutely. You know, I have a few other interests that I'm in right now, but just really enjoying retirement, man. Spending time with the family, and just being able to really, for the first time in 20 years between college and the NBA, kind of do what I want to do.
Right.
That's dope.
And I've enjoyed seeing it coming as a retired NBA vet. I've enjoyed watching you going through this transition gracefully. You've been doing a fantastic job on ESPN, Fox.
Thank you, man.
Yes.
Being yourself, being a well-articulate, dynamic man that we know you to be, that some people don't a lot.
Right.
So I'm glad you came through here to the SLiC House, donated a little bit of your time to spit some of that real love.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
absolutely.
It's always love for SLiC, BD, the whole family. Let's do it. There he is,
Yeah,
the man
there-
of the hour right there.
Keep the cameras rolling.
There he
And
is.
that's how it
Keep
happens
the
here.
cameras
Yes,
rolling.
Lord.
Look who done
Look
pulled
who done
up on
popped
us
up
right
on
now.
in. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, baby boy? We got Baron, a.k.a. Boom Dizzle. Dizzle in the building.
Point guard. Golden State Warrior, we believe. Team member with Matt Barnes.
Hey, it's dangerous in here right now, fellas.
Oh, that was the old,
Oh,
the
he
old
pulled out
boy.
the oldie but goodie.
Ooh.
Old school.
Oh, that's it. That's cold. That's Earl. That's Earl.
5
Dang.
minutes before I got here. Like five minutes before I got here, somebody sent me that.
Babyface
Tell you how God work.
Babyface Assassins. This is many moons ago.
I do want to say something.
You please.
If Draymond Green is arguing a call, he probably didn't foul it. That's all I got to say, dog. After all this, after watching all this shit, when Draymond Green go off on the ref, he probably's right.
He's got a good point.
Because, dog, he don't be fouling. When he be going off on the ref, he don't be fouling, dog.
Got a high basketball IQ. No, I like it. You're right.
You agree?
You know what I mean? It's like if Draymond Green really going off on the ref, he probably shouldn't get a tech because the ref probably made it back off.
But he probably
guys who take pride in their defense, right? Guys who take pride in their defense and are defensive players and take that challenge, they do not want to be punked.
They don't.
And they feel like that be some punk shit. When
have
they
to agree.
playing and it's like the offensive dude already got the advantage. If I lock him and I don't foul him, he shouldn't get that call.
Well, they reviewed 2 of the foul calls they made on him this game, and they were both clean. So I feel what you're
Yeah.
saying.
They're pretty bogus. They're pretty bogus. Speaking from a defensive guru, Matt Barnes, like that, he knows exactly.
Yeah, Matt, you know that.
Now,
You know that,
I
Matt.
mean, some people love scoring, but when you take pride in defense, you're out there really playing. And I think that the new rule change and the way the NBA is going now is you can't do too much on defense, and it's unfortunate.
Could any of these players that live, I know you don't like to compare eras, right? But it was simply the fact that during the 90s, this game was a little bit more physical. You had the hand check. Do you see Steph playing in the hand check era? You see Kevin Durant playing in the hand check era?
I definitely think so. I mean, they're crafty and they're quick. I mean, there's only so many. You can only put the hands on you when they turn their back, basically. So I think they could definitely play in the era.
Yeah, I do too. Like, you know, I played in the era, so when you think about, you know, big dudes like Zoe, you know what I mean, Dale Davis, dudes like that setting picks for Steph, you know what I mean?
That's a lot wide open.
It's a lot wide open, and he's coming up against other centers, so, you know, I think the only problem he would have is really just the wear and tear of people like constantly trying to post him up. Slow the game down.
And you know, back then they would have put him on the ground. They would have put him on the ground back then. They can't really put nobody on the ground back then.
A lot.
Shaq would have put a game that forearm shiver and put him down.
Back in our day, back in our days, like the point guards hit the floor a lot.
A lot.
You know what I mean?
A lot. That was a tough position.
Now the point guards don't hit the floor, so you know what I mean. That would just be the only difference. And, you know, I think with KD is pretty much the same thing. You know what I mean? It's just the wear and tear. You know, it's all about the team and the type of team you go to. If Steph Curry goes to Steve Nash, Phoenix Suns, shit. You know what I mean?
True.
With that whip around, you know, Amari.
So is it all about the system? So it's all even in that grit and grind in the 90s, there were some systems that were up and down.
Hey, bro.
Denver.
Bro, you get lucky if you go to the right situation.
No, it's great.
All-star.
Right? Look at certain players' career. They can't play for every coach or with everybody.
Right.
That's what makes LeBron so special.
Talk about it.
That's true.
Look at Sean Marion. Sean Marion was a perennial all-star with Phoenix, was really feeling himself and tried to go elsewhere and get money. It was never as effective.
He was a role player.
He was a system player, right.
Dallas.
Miami.
But he wasn't the Matrix.
No, but it was the system.
Right.
In Phoenix, it was the system in Phoenix that made him such a pivotal player, right? In Dallas, he was successful because he was super talented and he can hoop.
Right.
And like you put him, J. Kidd, Tyson Chandler, you know, people who like Dirk, all these dudes together who got high basketball IQ. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That makes sense.
It's easy to make that sacrifice, but in Phoenix, by design, he was gonna tear your ass up.
And he did.
Yeah, and he did. But like, even with a lot of point guards, you know what I mean? You watch point guards and you watch them with different coaches, and it's like, man, that ain't the same dude.
Struggle.
With the same ability.
Struggle.
You know what I mean? Or sometimes it's like the dude got the ability, but the system ain't right. You know what I mean?
What do you think about the new point guards? Like, who are the new dudes that you're looking at right now? Like, oh yeah, he gonna be nice, or you see something in him that maybe everybody else is missing. Like, yo, that kid's gonna be special. Who is the young point guard class you're looking at right now?
I think Trae Young, Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray, nice. He just keeps getting better every year.
De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron Fox for sure.
Like the Fox is hard.
Like Fox, he's showing you what he about to be. You know what I mean?
You can tell I love how much confidence he plays with. Like no moment is too big for him. And I love how he just takes it to people every single night.
But since we're talking about point guards,
I say go ahead.
Does Ben Simmons have a chance to succeed as an NBA point guard over the next year as a continual All-Star? Is he going to need to transition more to the small forward position? Can it be a successful point guard making the All-Star team every year, taking the Philadelphia 76ers to where they need to be?
I think the thing with Ben Simmons is he's going to have to decide, is he a point forward or if he's going to be a point guard.
Right.
Because if he's a point guard, you're looking at, you know, before Sean Livingston got hurt, he struggled a little bit. And then he came that year he got hurt, pulling up at the elbow. He was finally able to find, like, his spot, which made him so dangerous. And I think somebody like Ben Simmons, if he can find that 15, 18, pull up, elbow, down the middle, elbow, everything else, if he can get some confidence in that mid-range shot, he's going to be a hell of a point guard because he is looking like he's a
6'9".
pass-first
Hell
dude.
yeah.
Absolutely.
But he got to come down, pull up, come down, pull up, come down, pull
gotta
up,
have the ratio.
pull up,
Yep,
come
yep.
off the pick and roll, pull up,
Yep.
right? And then just got to go for broke.
Well, since we got a defensive guru with us for a couple more minutes, Matt Barnes, what you gonna do against a Ben Simmons not even showing that he wants to look at the basket and shoot a jump shot and fake you out? What would you do with guarding Ben Simmons?
I mean, I would just pressure him and try to, wear on him, beat him up. But I think with him, he's got to get out of his own head. I don't think he's as confident as he needs to be. He works on his shot. He just has to start shooting it. The only way you're going to start making it is if you start shooting it. And then outside of that, you think about it, he's 6'9", 6'10". He has to impose his will. He's always going to have a mismatch every single night. He's always going to be bigger than the person guarding him. So he has to impose his will and get himself in position to come off pick and rolls, to post up, to get offensive rebounds, and do little things because he's always going to have a mismatch.
True spit from Matt Barnes. I don't want to take
Here
up
come the Warriors. They on the run. Look out.
I don't want to take too much of. I want you guys to get you adjusted for the rest of the second half. This is SLiC Talk. Matt Barnes, the big homie. You already know who that is. Baron Davis, Jelani McCoy, Ray Yizzle. We're going to get back with you.
Yeah.